Do you know one of the things I found a little bit weird recently regarding Meghan Markle? Well, there's lots of stuff, isn't there? Let's be honest, chums. I mean, there's weird stuff every single day. But one of the things that I found a little bit weird, well, do you remember when she went to that dinner? I think it was last week with Emma Greedy, whatever she's called, beautiful lady, but nonetheless, and Meghan's whole contribution to this dinner, right, wasn't her expertise at being an entrepreneur, a marketing queen, whatever you want to call it. But tell you what, Cocker, bring the wine, right? And there's pictures of Meghan sipping her own wine. It's very, very full on, and it's very sad in many respects because nobody else around her said, oh, it's terrific, whatever. And I tell you what was also interesting, what I found fascinating, was the fact that even though she'd gone and promoted the wine by, Emma did the promotion for Meghan, right? Basically saying wine brought by X. She didn't do it. There was a wonderful opportunity, and Netflix haven't missed this either, so listen up to this, Meghan, because I know you watch. The thing is, she missed this wonderful opportunity, right? Simply because, if you'd have thought about it, they're all these influential women, slightly maybe a little tipsy after having a vegan meal, right? Not against vegans or anything, but you know what I'm saying? Not exactly filling, is it? And the other side of it is, she could have gone round and said, can I get your thoughts on the wine? Snippets for the social media. You know what I mean? This would have been a perfect chance to captivate these people and also capture them in a moment of weakness to say nice things about my wine. You get the picture. No, another marketing opportunity lost. One thing I would say about Meghan's team is you're hopeless. You are given wonderful opportunities. Now, if it's you should resign. If it's Meghan stopping you, you should have a word because it's clearly going nowhere. It's a little bit like this particular situation. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me today. Hope you're keeping well, whatever you're doing, and thank you also for your support with the videos. Many of you getting, you're fascinated by some of the political stuff that I find out. It's interesting, isn't it? What you find, for instance, with Keir Starmer and, of course, the President of the United States, President Trump. Really, Keir Starmer, I mean, can you imagine? He really just doesn't have the presence or indeed the power amongst other leaders, and it's very, very apparent. I never understood when you're getting somebody in that position, who thought it was a good idea. And I'm not being unkind, I'm just saying there's no presence with this guy, The former Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, may have been short in stature, but he had presence. He could command a room, and that's a big, big difference. It's a little bit like this lady. Emma, right? Emma Greedy, whatever you call her. I quite like her. Emma's married rich, she's done well, and more importantly, she's hustled and shuffled and had paper rounds and done everything to get where she is. She's worked hard. The big thing, though, that Emma's got in her favour that Meghan Markle simply doesn't have is that Emma has an excellent personality. She's fun, she's vibrant, she's out there. Whether you like the outspokenness or whatever, she could sell you anything because her belief, her drive is the thing that helps you in business. She's also said that she has a few afflictions like dyslexia, but she feels that this helps her in her business thing. And, again, the honesty, the transparency, you don't know anything about Meghan, do you? She's only scratched the surface, but you don't know anything. And that's part and parcel of the problem. I told you recently, though, that the friendship is already on a tenuous link, you see, because it's difficult if you're a friend of Meghan, right? It doesn't really last for long simply because if you don't do what she wants, she gets very bored of you. And there's a whole list of people to testify to that, right? Now, behind the scenes, apparently, what's happened is this. Well, the gorgeous Emma has got her own book out. Yes, it's all about, start with you. And it's a really good read, actually, from the prefix that I've seen. It's basically saying anybody can do what I've done, but it has to start with you. And it's the motto that I've often said. You can't expect people to do things for you. You've got to get out there and do it. Meghan is hoping that Emma is going to do something for her. That's how it works in the land. Where's it gone wrong? Look at the video. Who's there? Absolutely. The latest person that Meghan apparently is very angry with, none other than Martha Stewart, the doyen, ex-prison con, of course, but the doyen of American, cooking, whatever you want to call it, like our very own Delia Smith over here. The thing is, you see, Martha has not been exactly complimentary about anything regarding Meghan Markle. Now, Meghan sees this as an absolute takedown of how could you stand with an enemy, right? Now, in public, and again, I have to say allegedly, Meghan will be effusive. Oh no, she's a big fan of Martha. Oh no, she doesn't take it to heart, blah, blah, blah. But she really wanted Martha Stewart on board, 100%. They even had an idea of them both cooking something together. It never came to fruition. If Emma, and I'm sure she knows this because she's a bright girl, if Emma thinks that this is going to be, well, just, sponged away and Meghan won't want revenge of any sort, think again, sister. But then again, I truly think you know what you're doing and you know you're not in this for the long haul, right? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.